Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on Green Men Gaming Bundle, Friends of Breakthrough Type 1 Diabetes Bundle of June 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel and the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Pocket Bravery, an impressive 2D indie fighting game that channels the spirit of 90s classics like Street Fighter and King of Fighters, filtered through the adorable chibi-style aesthetic of the Neo Geo Pocket. It offers you a fantastic retro experience with modern depth. You are greeted by vibrant pixel art and slick fluid animations that make every punch and elemental special move feel satisfying. The diverse character roster, each with unique playstyles, relies on an elemental or Ichor gauge to unleash powerful screen-filling ultimate attacks. While the core controls feel familiar to veterans using classic quarter circle inputs, an accessible control scheme ensures you can jump right into the action, regardless of your skill level. The game excels at giving you content outside of competitive play. The full-featured story mode is told through striking comic book cutscenes, although you might find the difficulty spiking or the multi-opponent fights frustrating. Beyond the narrative, a ton of modes await. Arcade, Survival, Time Attack, Trials, and advanced tools like Combo Factory. You get plenty of replay value, even if you prefer tackling the game alone. However, you should know the experience is not perfect. Although the netcode is capable, fighting an opponent in the online lobbies can be a challenge, making this primarily a single-player fighter. Despite minor issues with blocking mechanics and steep learning curves, if you appreciate deep combat, nostalgic visuals, and a massive amount of offline content, you'll adore this valiant indie titan. At number 2 we have Cross Blitz, an ambitious RPG deck builder that seamlessly blends tactical card gameplay with immersive narrative-driven campaigns. From the moment you begin, the game presents you with multiple characters, each offering unique starting decks and distinct progression paths. You're encouraged to explore vibrant maps, uncovering upgrades, and unfolding layers of character-focused stories that bring the world to life. The visual aesthetic is one of the game's greatest strengths, evoking a polished, charming nostalgia reminiscent of the Game Boy Advance era. This retro-inspired presentation is not just for show, it reflects a core design philosophy that avoids unnecessary technical bloat, choosing instead to focus intently on perfecting its mechanical depth. When you engage in battle, you'll find a system that rewards thoughtful min-maxing, allowing you to push through even the most challenging encounters by mastering your deck's potential. Beyond the structured story campaigns, the inclusion of a roguelike mode ensures that you have access to a near unlimited supply of gameplay. This mode is perfect when you simply want to enjoy the mechanics without the narrative heavy lifting. The full release version adds even more depth, offering an expanded card pool and refined mechanics that make it feel like a premier trading card game experience, minus the cost. Cross Blitz is a beautifully crafted, mechanically satisfying triumph. Whether you're a dedicated deck-building veteran or someone who typically avoids the roguelike genre, you'll likely find yourself completely captivated by its inventive design and exceptionally rewarding gameplay loops. At number 3 we have Time Loader, a nostalgic story-driven platformer where you control Dummy, a small robot sent back to 1995 to rewrite its creator Adam's tragic past. Combining smooth controls, clever environmental interactions, and a vibrant 90s aesthetic, it's a short but impactful journey, packed with charm. Set across 3 acts, the game centers on Dummy's mission to prevent Adam's childhood accident. As you traverse beautifully designed levels brimming with 90s references, you'll enjoy an atmosphere that feels lovingly crafted. From Tamagotchis to era-specific details, every corner is a nod to the past. The audio design enhances this immersion, blending sorrowful soundtracks with precise environmental sounds. Dummy's wheels clattering over surfaces is particularly satisfying. Though marketed as a puzzle platformer, the game leans heavily on the platforming aspect. Its puzzles are simple, often solved by accident, rather than deep thinking. This works in its favor, making it a relaxing experience rather than a brain-busting challenge. Dummy's growing abilities, like grabbing items or climbing, keep gameplay fresh without overwhelming you. The game's brevity, about 4 hours, feels appropriate for its focused narrative. Multiple endings, including a hidden one, add replayability, as does a feature allowing you to revisit earlier levels. The third act introduces more impactful choices, tying your actions to different outcomes in Adam's future. Time Loader does not aim for intense action or difficult puzzles, but its smooth controls, heartfelt story, and 90s nostalgia making it an unforgettable, relaxing adventure worth experiencing. Whether for its retro vibes or touching narrative, it's a must-play. At number 4 we have American Arcadia. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if an entire city was part of a reality TV show? Enter American Arcadia, a puzzle platformer that offers a fresh twist on the concept. Set in the 70s themed ultra-advanced dome city, you play as Trevor, a resident who unknowingly stars in a massive livestream show. The city's utopian facade masks a sinister reality. If Trevor's ratings drop, he's expendable. The game brilliantly combines 2.5D platforming with 3D stealth sections, immersing you in Trevor's desperate escape. Guided by Angela, a resistance member, you must navigate through various locales, from themed bars to hidden unpolished sections behind the scenes. The gameplay involves not only traditional platforming, but also remote hacking via Angela to bypass security systems. Trevor's journey is packed with twists and turns, keeping you on your toes. The game's art design, reminiscent of Wes Anderson, adds a stylish flair, making the experience visually captivating. However, some platforming sections can be unforgiving, leading to repeated attempts that may test your patience. Angela's segments provide a narrative counterpoint, offering backstory and more intricate puzzles. While her stealth missions add depth, they sometimes feel less engaging and can be frustrating, especially when dealing with overcomplicated puzzles. Despite minor annoyances, American Arcadia excels in storytelling. Its layered narrative peels back the history and workings of the city, from its idyllic beginnings to its current state. The game's humor and twists, some predictable and others delightfully surprising, enhance the experience. In the end, you root for Trevor and Angela, especially Trevor, whose only crime is not fitting the influencer mold. American Arcadia is a witty, well-made dramedy that cleverly critiques modern reality TV and social media, while delivering a thrilling and stylish gameplay experience. At number 5 we have Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand, a solid action RPG that focuses on frenetic battles against massive sand monsters while encouraging experimentation in combat. Deck 13's efforts to rebrand and improve the game with the Reign of Sand update have added depth to its mechanics and lore. You play as a customizable protagonist, wielding a mystical gauntlet, embarking on a journey to uncover secrets and battle formidable wraiths. The gameplay is where Atlas Fallen truly shines, offering a momentum-based combat system that rewards aggression and adaptability. The Essence Stones provide plenty of customization, allowing you to tailor your abilities and combat style. As you progress, the thrill of shattering enemies and experimenting with new combinations of stones keep the experience engaging. However, the limited variety in weapons and enemy designs means the combat occasionally borders on repetition. The addition of Niall-focused quests, where you explore his backstory and use his unique abilities, injects some much-needed variety. Unfortunately, the narrative falls flat. The protagonist lacks personality, and the dialogue delivery is static, making it hard to connect with the characters. The open world, while visually intriguing, leans heavily into checklist-style exploration that can feel tedious. If Atlas Fallen had trimmed its open world elements in favor of focused missions, it might have been a tighter, more memorable experience. Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sand is a fun, albeit flawed adventure. While it may not break new ground, its combat and customization make it worth picking up, especially in a bundle. At number 6 we have The Survivalists, a captivating blend of survival, crafting, and exploration set within a vibrant procedurally generated world teeming with challenges and unique opportunities. This game builds upon familiar survival tropes while introducing a charming, lighthearted aesthetic. It invites you to carve out your path on mysterious islands, gathering resources, building shelters, and fighting off creatures while managing hunger, health, and stamina in a dynamic environment. At its core, the game offers a well-run experience accessible to newcomers yet rewarding for veterans. You must forage for food, gather materials, and craft essential tools. The crafting system is intuitive, and because islands are procedurally generated, no two playthroughs are identical, encouraging constant adaptation. A unique feature is your ability to train monkeys. These primates can be taught to gather resources, build, and fight, adding a unique strategic layer. Managing your troop becomes as crucial as managing your own character, as they alleviate repetitive labor, allowing you to focus on exploration. Combat is straightforward, balancing danger with an approachable stylized art style that avoids excessive tension. Cooperative multiplayer is another highlight, rewarding teamwork as up to 4 players coordinate strategies. While the game excels, you might find the early pacing slow, and the monkey AI occasionally requires annoying micromanagement. Furthermore, procedural generation can sometimes result in repetitive terrain. Despite these minor technical hiccups, the Survivalists remains a delightful, well-crafted title. Whether you brave the islands alone or with friends, it provides ample freedom to create your own engaging and enjoyable survival story. At number 7 we have Unavowed, an adventure game in a fantasy urban setting. The story starts as a demon is forcibly extracted from you. You then decide what gender you want your character to be and what background does your character have, either a cop, an actor, or bartender, each of its own backstories and unique dialogue options later on. You soon join Unavowed, basically the Ghostbusters, and your possession from earlier had sparked supernatural events, not seen in decades. What's different with this adventure game is that you get to choose which Unavowed members you wish to take on missions, essentially forming a party. They have conversations with each other, give you hints, and you can use their powers to solve puzzles and bypass obstacles. Some of your party members include Eli, the fire mage, and Mandana, the sword-wielding djinn, among others. It turned out while you were possessed before the game began, you were up to no good. You can't remember much of it, but as you retrace your steps, meet survivors, and discover clues, you slowly fill the blanks in. The story is structured in a way that you are never quite sure what bizarre weirdness awaits you in each mission. You have access to a headquarters where you can talk to your companions to learn more about them. There's a ton of dialogue in this game that's fully voice acted, but your character remains silent throughout. All characters are interesting to talk to with backstories worth learning about. Puzzles are quite clever that will give you the satisfaction to solve, especially those that aren't too obvious. Some require leaps of logic, while others require you to be observant, paying attention to clues and dialogue. Unavowed is an awesome adventure game to undertake with interesting RPG elements that massively change the feel of the game. And that's all for this bundle. The Friends or Breakthrough bundle is a total win for your library. With heavy hitters like Cross Blitz, Unavowed, American Arcadia, and Atlas Fallen packed in, the value proposition is absolutely cracked. If you've seen these titles in other bundles, the sheer quality of these games makes it a must-grab. Whether you're hunting for a deep story or addictive gameplay loops, this pickup is a certified banger, definitely worth adding to your backlog immediately. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.